Hello and welcome to another session of Ofmos. Today we're going to play the game in scenario mode, and we'll actually be using the scenario board. We don't have a layer right now. The actual scenario layer is printed on the board, and this is going to be the board that will be part of the package that we're going to be trying to raise money in December on Kickstarter. So as you can see, this is meant to be very easy. It's an easy scenario. The companies are basically car making companies. We have three. I'm just going to show you really quick what we have here. We have three types of products. So I'm going to put this just to kind of identify the piece. The triangles represent small cars, squares represent mid-sized cars, and then pentagon represent large cars. So on a horizontal axis, we have the complexity of the product, or more specifically here, it's the core functionality. And you can even see in the illustration, you see how the volume of the car increases as you move to the right. Then on a vertical axis, we have the perceived value of the product. So we used stars, 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars. And to make it even more, I guess, easy to grasp, we're talking about features. So 1 star, it's basic features, 2 star average features, and 3 star premium features. So we do have 9 areas in which we can launch these businesses. So we're going to start right now by rolling the dice and see who rolls who points to the area with the highest number, the highest profit. So I have a 1 star large car, that's 7. My opponent has 2 star average mid-sized car, so that's 5, right? Oh, it's 2. So I'm going to be moving first then. I had the highest number. So as you can see, it's indicated on the board. The top row are the cells where you can launch a product, any of the 3. So I'm going to be launching the product here, and it cost me $7 as an investment. 2 star mid-size car, that's 5. Okay. 2 star large car, so I'm going to launch it here, and that's going to be a cost of 8 for me. Okay, 3 star small car, it's 3. 1 star mid-size car, that's 4. Okay, these are the investment costs. So when you launch a product, basically you have to pay the amount indicated in that area. 2 star mid-size car. One thing, and as you've seen in other sessions, when I'm introducing a new product, I have the option, I can push my opponent lower, which is the equivalent of commoditizing his or her product, and I didn't pay mine, so there was 5. Okay, so I roll, right? Mm-hmm. 2 star large car. So I'm going to operate this business, which is going to bring me a profit. That's 8. But at the same time, the product will commoditize. So that's why the value is a little bit lower. So what was once, let's say, a premium feature, think about ABS, anti-block system. Over time, it just becomes a basic feature. So that's why we have this movement, the commoditization going down. 2 star large car. I'm going to continue to operate that business. So I'm making another 8. 3-star small car. That's a 3 investment. 3-star mid-sized car. And again, because my opponent had one of the products positioned right on the landing cells, I have an option to push it downward, and that's costing me 6. Let's take 4. Okay, 2-star large car. That's 8 for you. 2-star small car, which is average features basically, as it's written on the board for simplicity. 1-star small car. Okay, that's 1. 3-star large car. So finally, this is a fairly good position to introduce my last basically large car. We started with 3. It's going to cost me 9, and again I'm pushing my opponent. It's as if I enter the same market, the same segment that my opponent was in. This is going to be the first synergy of the game, or the first alignment. When you have 3 products in adjacent positions, so next to each other and aligned horizontally, you get a bonus. It's as if you have different products, but you share some resources. So in this case, the way it's calculated, it's the money associated with the move, and then there's a bonus for each piece in the alignment. So the move itself was -1 because it was an investment, and then there's +1, +1, +1, so it's +2. So my opponent collects an overall amount of $2. So 1-star small car, same thing as earlier. I can push my opponent, and then it cost me 1. That's 1-star mid-sized cars. One-star mid-sized cars. What I can do, actually, I can make a lateral move, which is the equivalent of operating a business by innovating. So basically I'm simplifying. If I move that way, right, I go from large to mid-sized to small. So the overall functionality of the car, it's smaller. So there's innovation cost involved. As a result, all the lateral moves are 0. 2-star large car. Okay, that's simply operating the business and collecting a profit of 8. 3-star small cars. So I'm launching one of my 9 small cars. I'm launching it as a premium with a featured small car. So that's going to cost me 3 over there. Okay, 3-star large cars. That's 9 for you. Just in case you see the die for stars, we're using one from a different incarnation of the game where we have notches on the side. That's going to be part of the executive package. For the essential edition, which will be again featured on Kickstarter, we will use stars for the vertical dimension. So my turn. 2-star mid-sized car. That's here. So that cost me 5. Okay, let me just get a 5 back. Okay, 4. Again, I didn't mention at the beginning, but all this information, it's in instructions, which you can download for free on the website. But we started with the initial resources were $165 and 18 products, 9 small cars, 6 mid-sized cars, and 3 large cars. And now the goal is to make the most of it while taking the company. So we launched the company right now. It's the first stage, the expansion. Then we'll get into the restructuring and then we'll orderly exit business and see who makes the most money in this. So 1 star, this was me rolling, 1 star small car. Now I can choose either to introduce a product, or I can take my opponent out. So with the move, basically, it's and I'm collecting a profit of 1. So once the pieces are on the board, you can actually, with a downward move, you can take out an opponent. So this is 2 star mid-size car. As you can see, this was a new entrant, so you cannot take my piece, but you can push it downward. But at the later date, basically, I could be taken out. 3 star large car. Again, I'm gonna take my opponent out, and I'm collecting 9 as operating profit. 1 star large car. Okay, so basically this is the first time we have a cost associated with the what would be a failed attempt to launch a business. So the player pays a fee, because there was absolutely nothing to move here, of 7, and that gives him or her the permission to roll again. So 3 star mid-size car, like premium mid-size car with premium features. Okay, that's a 6 as investment. 2 star mid-size car. Actually, I'm gonna move forward and take my opponent out, and I'm collecting a profit of 5. Okay, your turn. 2 star small car. Okay, it's an investment of 2. 2 star large car. So I'm gonna make a lateral move here, and that's 0. Okay. 1 star mid-size car. So you could take me out. Okay, and you collect 4. So as you can see, in terms of spaces, when we don't use the trays, you can kind of visually approximate. So on the sides of the tables, that's your space. You have the pieces, they're still in the game, they need to be introduced, so they're still active capabilities. At the top of the board, we have kind of the bank, the marketplace, and the pieces that are out of the game, the businesses or the products that have been eliminated, squeezed out of the market, they can be placed here. For the executive edition, we will be using trays, so that's going to be a little bit more easier to kind of keep the pieces in one place. But obviously, there will be more components to the game for that. Is it my turn? Okay. 2 star small car. So I'm gonna put this. This is an investment of 2. 2 star mid-size car. Okay. Being eliminated. So that's 5 for you. 1 star mid-size car. I'm gonna push your product downward, and that's a $4 investment for me for that particular product. 1 star large cars. Again, there's nothing to move there, so it's as if her company invested a bunch of money to try to launch their product, and it didn't happen. So 3 star mid-size car. So the fee itself is a reflection of those lost costs, but at the same time, it gives her a new chance to try to roll again. 1 star small cars. So I am gonna okay. 1 star mid-size cars. Okay, and that's 4. 3-star large cars. So I have it here. I can operate the business. I'm generating a $9 profit. You did the same thing. That's 5 for you. 2-star small car. I'm gonna introduce this. This is a cost of 2. Investment. 1-star large car. Again, and you roll again. 2-star small car. Okay, and that's 2 operating profit. 2-star mid-size car. Okay, I'm launching basically my last mid-size car. I had 6 of them. Okay, 3-star large car. Just operating the business. So basically that means selling a ton of them, and every move reflects about a year, or let's say even 5 years of business operation. And that's why after that period of time, the actual value or whatever features were initially premium features, they start moving towards basic features. 2-star small car. I'm introducing it here, and I'm creating a synergy or alignment. So it's -2 from investing in a business, and then I have +2, +2, +2, so +4. So I'm collecting 4 in cash. 1-star mid-size cars. So that's there, and that's 4. 1-star mid-size car. So doing the same thing, moving it. So that's 4 for me, and giving back 6. Okay, 1-star large cars. 3-star small car. Okay, that's a 3. 2-star small car. So I'm gonna move this and take you out, and I'm collecting $2 as operating profit. 1-star large car. That's very unfortunate. You've been rolling quite a few large cars with basic features. 3-star large car. So finally, that's a profit of 9. 3-star mid-size car. So I'm collecting 6. 3-star mid-size car. Okay, that's 6 for you too. 3-star large car. So I'm moving, and this is a 9 for me. 1-star large car. That's strange. Okay, 1-star mid-size car. So I think you could exit at this point. So as you can see, it's indicated on the board. The bottom row, those are the only place where you can exit with your own businesses. And for that, there's a bonus. So it's the amount, the profit associated with the move +3. So in this case, it was 7. So it's as if the product has become a commodity, so it's time to launch a new model. 3-star small car. I'm gonna insert this here, and that's 3, an investment of 3 that I need to make. 2-star mid-size car. Okay, that's 0, lateral move. 1-star small car. So okay, that's -1. As you can see, I introduced all my my pieces, but for an expansion stage, when both players will have to introduce their products before we're moving to the restructuring stage. After the restructuring stage, we're not waiting for each other anymore. Okay. 1-star mid-size car. So I'm making 4 here. 3-star small car. Okay, that's an alignment, a synergy. So basically the move it's 3, and then there's 9 for each of the pieces. So there's 12 as incoming cash for my opponent. Very nice. 2-star mid-sized cars. So I'm gonna operate that business. I'm collecting a 5. 2-star mid-sized car. Okay, that's 5. Two-star mid-sized car. Yeah, and I'm moving downward as well. I'm making 5. Okay, 3-star mid-sized car. 2-star small car. So I'm moving, this is 2. 1-star large car. I guess in some games it just happens. There's one area that keeps popping up, like this one here. Maybe just shake the, yeah. 2-star large car. Okay, that's an 8. 1-star large car. That's 7. 3-star mid-sized car. There's nothing there for my opponent to place, to introduce, or to move, to operate. So again, okay, 2-star mid-sized car. That's 5. 1-star small car. So I'm gonna move this, and that gets me $1. Okay, 3-star small car. Okay, that's 3 investment for you. 2-star mid-sized car. Okay, so I'm gonna move this forward. That's 5. 2-star small car. Okay, that's -2. And as you can see now, my opponent has introduced the last product on the board. So now it's my turn, but we're already with this, we're entering the second stage, the restructuring stage. And there are 2 small changes here. One, we only gonna roll on each turn just 1 die at our own choice. And the roll of 1 die is gonna give us like higher chances or larger surfaces to make a move inside. But the objective is, as the name of the stage suggests, it's to restructure the company, meaning we'll take out some lower potential businesses and acquire the capabilities for higher potential businesses. More specifically, we have, so I'll show you this. Hopefully I can roll. We have to exchange, we have to make basically to take out or to divest, if you'd like, 3 small cars. And as you can see, I do have 3 in that area, 3 in that area. And in that same move, in the same turn, I'm bringing back, or I'm acquiring the capabilities for 2 mid-sized cars, which in this case I already have them here among the dead businesses. So this is perfect. It's just I need to be able to roll those areas to make the move. So I roll two stars, which would give me this entire slice here, these 3 areas in the middle. So basically I'm gonna take 3 small cars out. then it's the equivalent of divesting these businesses. I'm going to sell them to another company. With that money, I'm acquiring the capabilities for 2 mid-sized cars, which will be brought in the game as capabilities, meaning that with the later moves, I can introduce them one by one and launch those products on the board. So your turn. So this is one, sometimes we refer to as conversion. Okay, so small car, same thing. As you can see, my opponent, she can take the small cars from different areas. In my case, they were concentrated over there. So she did exactly the same thing. Now, the second conversion that we both need to make is to divest 2 mid-sized cars and acquire the capabilities for a large car. So I have 2 cars here. So I'm gonna, it looks like either of the dice is giving me the same chances. So I'm gonna roll this, which basically allows me right now to make any move, but in the small car category. So I'm gonna take out my opponent, and I'm making a 3. Okay, it's very nice. So she has done the second conversion. All that's left there is to introduce those businesses one by one, and then she can move individually in the third stage when we have to basically close the business and try to make as much money. So now I need to make my last conversion as well. It's not necessarily a good roll, so I'm gonna, the die indicates the large cars category. So I'm operating that business. That gets me 8. Okay. That's 6 investment for you. Okay, that's again small car. I'm making 3. Okay, that's 3. Okay, so I'm gonna, and you make 3. So I'm gonna roll the star die, the value die. Okay, 2. And actually looks like this actually helped. So I'm divesting because it's in the kind of the sector of 2 stars. I'm divesting 2 mid-sized cars. And actually, I just realized I don't have, were they here? Okay, I didn't even notice. I don't have any of the large car out of the game, so I can bring those capabilities, which means that I need to do something about it. Otherwise, I'm kind of locked here. So, I need to make just one move. I'm going to take this out. This gets me 7. Okay, and then it's your turn. Okay, that's 3. So here's what I'm going to do then. I didn't realize. So I'm going to roll. Okay, 1 star. So I'm operating this. Now I'm rushing basically towards the exit with this large car. I'm collecting 7. Or no, sorry. So I took 7. I need to give back 3. Because I will need that large car to be out of the game so I can do my conversion. So it looks like I'm locking in that respect. So I'm taking this out, and this brings me a profit of 10. It's basically the 7 plus 3. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna try now. Let's see. I need 2 star, and it looks like I got them. So now I can divest 2 mid-sized cars and acquire the capability for a large car. So now I'm kind of catching up with my, okay, that's, yeah, mid-sized cars. So it will cost you 6. Okay, nice. So I'm gonna roll the stars. Okay, 3 stars, which means that I can introduce, actually I'm gonna introduce the large car here. That's 9. So I introduce the large car as a premium featured car. Okay, it's 1 star. So if you don't introduce, you don't want to make a move, then you can actually pay the maximum. You pay 9 and roll again. So this is kind of intentional, trying to take another chance. Okay, nice. That was wise choice. So that's an alignment there. So there was -9 from the investment, but then there's 9. And then there's 2 6s, so 21. I'm sorry, no, 12, because it was 9 minus 9, 12. Okay. And there's another thing. My opponent already introduced all the newly acquired capabilities. So when her turn comes, she doesn't roll the die anymore. So it's as if, as a CEO, she has learned, so basically she can make any move that she wants, and the intent materializes with the 100% certainty. So 1 star. So I'm going to introduce this here, because I'm going to be in the second stage as long as I still have products to introduce. So this is 4 as investment. So you move now basically anything without, okay, something taken out, so that's 9 for you. Okay, another 1. So I'm going to do this here. So I play, even though the position is not the greatest, but at least I can, okay, so that's 4 investment. Okay. Now I am as well, I'm in 3rd stage, the conclusion. So we will be making moves without rolling the dice at all. Okay, so my turn. So I'm taking this out. This is 8 for me. Okay. Nice, that's alignment. So it's 6 from the move, and then +6, +6, and +9. So it's 18, 27. Also, I'm gonna exchange some of the 10s and get a 100. It's just easier to keep track. Sometimes players might want to hide this just so they use it strategically. Okay, I'm gonna move this. This is 8 for me, and I don't have, okay, I'll get the singles. So okay, your turn. That's 6. Okay, so 8 from the move, and then alignment. So it's 8 plus 7, 7, that's 14, so it's 22. And then with 8, that's 30. Okay. 6. And I'm going to take another 100. Okay, my turn to move, right? So I'm gonna, Another thing here in the third stage that I forgot to mention is that you can make lateral moves and cross the categories basically. So I moved here. Again, it's 0. There's no investment and there's no cost, but there's no income either, because you operate the business, but then you have the innovation cost to make that product more complex. Alignment here again, so it's 9 from the move, and then 9, 9, so 27, and 12, that's what, 29, 39? Okay, I'm doing another 0. Okay, this is 0 for me. Okay, that's 6 for you. That's 7. That's 9 for you. Okay, another 7. Okay, so it's 9 plus 2 8s, that's 16, so it's 25, and then with 10, 35. Okay. That's 0, so that's 5 for you. Okay, so this is 4, but I'm making an alignment here. So it's 4 from the move, and then 4, 4, and 1. So it's 12, 13. Okay, that's 2 for you. And now another, we haven't had this in this particular game, but they're addition to an existing synergy or addition to an existing alignment. And in this case, as you can see, there's already an alignment here. When I'm moving this, I'm creating a much longer alignment, but the addition, the part that's being added is this one to the right. So you only get bonuses for this, for the addition. So there's 4 from the move, and then there's 4, and then 2 7s. So 25. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's 7. That's 4. I'm making a 4. Okay, so for you, that's 8 from the move, then 2 8s, so it's 24, so 34 total. Very nice. I'm being destroyed here. So I'm gonna operate this. So that's 7 from the move, but then I have another 7 7, so 21 with 4, so it's 25. Okay, my turn. So I'm gonna move this. That's a 4 for me. So let me put back 6. Okay, that's 5 for you. Let me get another 100. Okay, so my turn to make a move. And this is a 1. in this stage, another thing that's possible, not only lateral moves that go across the categories, but also upward moves. This is considered as value innovation. They're a little bit more expensive. So basically, I make a move up. So that means that's going to cost me the number associated with the originating cells, in this case 7, plus the premium of 3. So it's going to cost me 10 to move there. Okay, that's 8. So moving it back, so in this case, there's 7 from the move, and then I have 7, 7, and 4. So 21 and 4, 25. I'm grabbing. Okay. So that's another alignment. So 8 from the move, 2 8s here, so that's 24, so 34 total. Okay. So again, moving this, and I am making this addition to alignment. So it's 4 plus 4 plus 4, so that's 12, and 1, that's 13. Okay, that's 8. So 6 for me. Again, the game can end if one of the players concedes, but in that case, the player who concedes obviously lost the game, even without counting the money. But there's also an option where the two players agree to kind of mutually end the game and count the money and decide who the winner is at that point based on how much money they have. So it's something that players can decide every time. Okay, this is 6 for me. That's 5. Okay, so that's 8 from the move, and then we have 7, 7, and an 8. So 16 plus 14, that's 30. Okay, so that's 5 for me. Okay, so I'm gonna exit with this one, and that gives me 7. Okay. Okay, I'm exiting with this one. I'm getting a 10, so it's 7 plus 3. Okay, I'll move this upwards. Try to prevent her from making more alignments. Maybe it's a little bit too late, but so it's 4 plus 3, so I'm paying 7. Okay, that's so 4 from the move, then there are 2 4, so that's 12 there, and then 14, so that's 26 total. Okay, I'm exiting business with this one here, so that's a 10 for me. Let's see, maybe I can get another 100. So 5, just to keep things. Okay, so that's another 100 for me. Is it my turn or yours? Yours, okay. So I have 400. Okay. So that's 5 for me. It's 4 for you. Four for me. Okay, another alignment for you. So that's 7 from the move, then it's another 7 here. So it's 14 plus 8. It's 22. Let's see if we do an alignment this way. So it's 1 from the from the position associated. So it's -1, -3. So it's 4, a cost of 4. But then we get 1 and 8. So 9 minus 4. So I'm making a 5 there. Okay. Okay, so that's 7 from the move, 2 7s, so it's 21. With 4, it's 25. So I think at this point, we can probably agree to end, just because there's, just visually, I think my opponent has way more money than I do, and there's not much that I can change with these pieces. So do you want to just count and end? Okay, let's count and end. So it's, as I mentioned, it's not conceding, but I can kind of see that maybe there's a very small chance, if any, that I can change anything. Or so I only have 435. So let's see. So I see she already has 500, 540. 549. So versus 435. This is probably one of the biggest gap that I've seen, about $100. But it was a good game. So thank you. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. We'll probably play a few more sessions with this board. It's a pretty exciting board, and as you can see, it's a little bit more explicit. It's not as abstract as the other boards. It might help kind of envisioning the business that you're in. So thanks again.